Welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly, also known as Mojo when I'm on the trail. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 pieces of gear that I didn't necessarily need to bring on the Appalachian Trail with me, but I did, and I'm so happy. Can you stop pecking me, please? Yeah, thank you. Please stop pecking me. Let me go away. So 5 pieces of luxury gear that I brought with me on my through hike. And it's such a beautiful day outside today that I thought I would film in my backyard, so hopefully my chickens don't annoy us too much. Janet wants to say hi. You say hi? You say hi? Yeah. Bandit's gonna help me film this video apparently. So like I said, these are all pieces of gear that I didn't necessarily need to bring on the Appalachian Trail with me. I could have hiked the trail without them. I just may not have been quite as comfortable. Before starting the Appalachian Trail, I decided that these items were important to me. I thought that it was worth it to carry them even though they are adding some extra weight to my pack. So the first luxury item that I brought with me on the Appalachian Trail were camp shoes. So I brought these Teva camp shoes with me, and I'm so happy that I did. I wore these every single day at camp. I also wore them quite a bit in town. If we were walking like to the grocery store or just around town to go to a restaurant or something, a lot of times I would wear my camp shoes instead of my hiking shoes. I would also wear these for some river crossings. If I didn't want to get my hiking shoes completely soaked, I would put these on to cross the river. Sometimes I would shower at like a state park or something and didn't want to not wear shoes, so I would use these as shower shoes. I really liked having camp shoes. These Tevas that I have weigh 9.3 ounces, so they're not the lightest luxury item, but I was really glad that I had them and I wore them every single day, so I thought that it was worth it. The next luxury item that I brought with me on my through hike was a pillow. I was so happy that I brought a pillow with me. A lot of hikers choose not to, and they will just use like some extra clothes or their puffy or different things as a pillow, which is a really great option, but I was so happy that I had a pillow with me. It just makes sleeping in the backcountry just, you know, a little bit more comfortable. The pillow I have is the Outdoor Vitals pillow. I really like that it has these little attachment points here that have some shock cord on them, so I can put this around my sleeping pad so that it doesn't move around at night and I don't just lose my pillow constantly while I'm sleeping. But again, this is an item that I used pretty much every single night that I was sleeping outside. Yeah, I use this so often on the trail, and this one weighs 3 ounces, so pretty light. Yeah, hi Bandit, are you helping me? Do you think you can back up? Back up, back, thank you. This pillow only weighs 3 ounces, and I was really happy that I had it with me. The next piece of luxury gear that I brought with me on the Appalachian Trail was a sit pad. I had the sit pad before going on the trail, and I liked taking it on like day hikes and stuff like that with me, and so I decided to bring it, and if it's something that I didn't use, I could always ship it home. But I ended up really enjoying having this. It was nice to pull out like at lunch and stuff if we were sitting on a rock or a log or just on the ground. It was nice to have something a little comfier to sit on. I definitely used it a lot more when it was like raining and stuff outside, so that I didn't have to sit on the wet dirt or wet rock or something like that. I would be able to pull this out, sit on it, and keep my shorts or pants dry. If I was sleeping in a shelter, I would also kind of lay this out and put it kind of above my head. I'd put like my water bottle, maybe my my phone and some other stuff on it as I was sleeping, just to kind of keep all my things contained and have my little area in the shelter. So again, I use this all the time. I never thought it was a waste of weight. It weighs 3.7 ounces, so not that heavy, and I use it all the time, so I thought it was worth carrying. The next piece of luxury gear that I brought with me on my Thru-Hike was a fanny pack. When I started the Appalachian Trail, I wore this as I was hiking, like around my waist, and I would put some snacks in it, like my gloves, because it was cold at the time. I'd have chapstick, my wallet was usually in here, different things like that. And I'd hike with it out of my pack around my waist, and just made things a lot handier to get to have like my snacks and stuff in there. When it started getting a lot warmer, I stopped wearing this while I was hiking. I kept it in my pack. I still really liked having it. I had certain things that I kept in here, so I always knew where they were and could find them easily in my bag. When I was in town, I absolutely loved having this as like a little bag purse type thing to take around town, so I didn't have to just have everything in my pockets. I could just grab this and we could go. I just thought that it was really nice having just a little bag to carry around and whatnot in town. This fanny pack is from Outdoor Research, and it weighs 6.4 ounces. It's probably not the lightest fanny pack out there. You could probably do some research and get a lighter one, and if I Thru-Hike again, that's probably what I'll do, as I still really like having it, but this one I think does weigh a little bit more than some other ones. Yeah, this is something that I carried with me on my entire hike, and I was really glad that I had it. A luxury item for sure, not something that was a necessity, but I thought it was important and useful enough that I carried it the whole way. So the last piece of luxury gear that I brought with me on the trail that I'm going to talk about today is probably my favorite piece of luxury gear. I know I've talked about this before in other gear videos, but it just became one of my all-time favorite things, and I don't think I'll ever go on a backpacking trip without it. And that is this little FlexTrail mini sleeping pad pump. I love this thing. I used it every single day to blow up my pad. Some of my trail friends had the same pad as me, so the adapter would work for their pad too, and I would blow up theirs for them. Blowing up my sleeping pad is probably one of my least favorite camp chores, and not having to do that every night was really, really nice. Occasionally, if we got into camp late, I wouldn't use it because it does make some noise and I didn't want to disturb people, but for the most part, I use this just about every single time I blow up my pad, and it just does it so quick, and you obviously don't have to put in the effort to blow up your pad yourself, so that's really nice. It says on it that it weighs 1.2 ounces. That is without the battery and the adapter, so with those things, this weighs 2 ounces. So like incredibly light and worth both ounces. I chose to get the rechargeable battery, and I'm really glad that I did. It just makes it super easy and convenient to take care of. Like, you don't have to search for this type of battery in town. It has a USB-C charging port right on it, so you just plug it in when you need to. I would only ever charge it maybe like maybe every 3 times we went into town, so it would last like 9 or 10 nights of use, and that was with blowing up sometimes 2 or 3 sleeping pads in a night. So the battery life was awesome, and I am so glad that I got this and that I brought it on the Appalachian Trail with me. So altogether, all 5 of these luxury items weighed 24.4 ounces, or just about 1.5 pounds. And to me, I thought it was worth carrying every single ounce. All of these items I used almost every single day on the trail, and they just made through hiking a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more pleasant, and I am happy that I brought all of them. Definitely not necessities. I could have gone without, but you know, you're living outside, which is uncomfortable already, so to me, carrying the extra 1.5 pounds was absolutely worth it. If I could have carried an extra 65 pounds with me, I would have brought Bandit, but he weighs a little bit too much to carry on my back. Well, I hope this gives you a little bit of insight on some of the luxury items that I brought and why I brought them with me on my Thru-Hike. If you have Thru-Hiked or backpacked before, let me know in the comments what your favorite luxury item is. I would love to hear what other people bring with them when they're out in the backcountry. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions about any of these. I'll put some links in the description for the specific items that I have. Like always, thank you so much for watching, and mighty fine hiking, everyone.